Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're exploring something interesting, how Instagram, it's moved way beyond just personal photos. It's become this really powerful visual storytelling tool for businesses. And our focus, Instagram marketing, specifically for dentists. It's kind of amazing how it's become so key for, well, finding new patients and building trust.
Absolutely. And what's really compelling, I think, is how inherently visual dentistry actually is. I mean, just think about it. Those amazing before and after smile transformations, right? Or even just a quick video peek into a friendly, welcoming office environment.
Yeah, or like those short reels you see now.
Exactly. Like a 30-second reel debunking some common myth, like, you can just brush a cavity away. Spoiler, you can't. Instagram's really the perfect canvas for showing off a practice's personality, their expertise. It's really about making that visual connection, making maybe complex stuff feel more approachable, helping potential patients sort of picture themselves feeling comfortable there.
Okay, right. Let's unpack this, though, because like any powerful tool, doing Instagram marketing well, it's definitely more than just posting a few random pictures now and then. Our deep dive into the sources, it really highlighted some common questions dentists have. Things like, how do you actually create content that, connects, that stands out in a really crowded feed? And how do you effectively reach local patients, people nearby who are genuinely looking for dental care? And I guess the big one, how do you turn those likes and follows into actual booked appointments?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? For any practice, really. And our research definitely pointed towards integrated solutions being super effective here. Platforms like, say, Marketing 360, they came up as being right at the forefront. They have these specialized solutions just for dentists using Instagram. Their whole approach seems to be very data-driven, taking the guesswork out of it, helping practices, stand out, connect locally, and actually, visualize their growth path.
That sounds really comprehensive. But, for a busy dentist or practice manager, the thought of constantly creating content, managing ads, it can feel like taking on a whole other job. How does that data-driven approach actually simplify things instead of just adding more to their plate?
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's really about working smarter, not just harder.
Yeah.
So when we say data-driven, it means things like understanding when your specific local audience is actually scrolling Instagram the most, or figuring out what types of images or captions get the most engagement, saves, shares, comments, even running tests like A/B testing, different calls to action in your post to see what actually gets people clicking to book.
Okay, so less guessing, more knowing.
Exactly, you're leveraging analytics, and the sources really emphasize the power of authentic content. Things like patient testimonials, real stories, maybe quick behind-the-scenes glimpses of the team, or those short oral health hack reels. That stuff builds way more connection than just, generic stock photos. And that's where that expert social media management piece comes in translating the data insights into a stream of engaging content and posting it strategically.
Okay, so when the sources mention targeted ad campaigns, are we talking about things like leveraging Instagram's ability to find lookalike audiences based on maybe existing local patient data, or perhaps that super local geofencing, like targeting people within just a few blocks or miles of the actual practice?
Precisely. Both, actually. It's moving way beyond just general targeting. It's about achieving that hyper-local precision. So yeah, reaching people not just in your town, but maybe those who've shown interest in health services online, or search for dentists nearby, or even finding users who look similar behaviorally to your best, most loyal patients already. It's all about making sure every ad dollar works as hard as possible by getting your message right in front of the most relevant local eyes, which naturally leads to a much better online presence and, a clearer path to getting new patients through the door.
Right. So if we sort of zoom out, connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about turning someone just casually scrolling through their feed into potentially a loyal long-term patient.
Exactly. It's about building that relationship, establishing the practice not just as a place you go for a cleaning, but as a genuinely trusted voice for oral health advice, a real part of the local community fabric. It changes the whole dynamic from just broadcasting ads to actually building connections.
So what does this all really boil down to for you listening? If you happen to be a dental professional thinking about growth, or maybe you're just curious about how different industries are using these visual platforms, really poses an interesting question, doesn't it? How might you visualize your own growth? How could you connect with your audience in a more authentic, more engaging, and ultimately more impactful way using platforms like Instagram? Something to think about.